All right, so we got a leaked trailer for Star Wars Battlefront 2. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, you know that the first one didn't impress me at all. I wasn't impressed that they just went multiplayer focused. There wasn't a proper campaign. I feel with Star Wars in 2017, you really need an emphasis on storyline. We had that canceled 1313 project, which looked like it was going very storyline focused, which I was really excited for. It looked like it was like a nitty gritty type of thing. It was canceled. We got Battlefront, and Battlefront was just multiplayer, very casual, run-of-the-mill bullshit. And now we have Battlefront 2. The trailer is showing a campaign, which is one of the first things that I'll give you props. Thank you for listening to the feedback from the first one. This needs it. It looks like it's being told by an Empire soldier. It's a female protagonist. The leak from Kotaku says that it looks like it's a post-Endor world, and you see the Death Star blowing up at the beginning, and the narrative is saying like this is when the war actually started. And the biggest feature from this trailer, they're talking about fighting multiplayer battles across all eras. So you see glimpses of Darth Maul, Yoda, Rey, and Kylo Ren as well, which is super dope. At the end of the trailer, of course, they had to sneak in the pre-order incentive, which is actually the Last Jedi Hero. So it's obvious that this game is coming out this year alongside the Last Jedi release in December, similar to what they did with the first Battlefront. And it looks like it's still emphasizing multiplayer gameplay, but at the same time, a lot of the clips show space combat. So the biggest complaint from the OG Battlefront community was that they got rid of space battles. And this trailer, it's showing quite a bit of space combat. There's one shot with TIE fighters chasing a Millennium Falcon. Just a snippet. You can see the Millennium Falcon in there. But yeah, it's a huge emphasis on space combat. From the looks of it, they actually might bring that to the franchise. I don't know. What I actually think is going to happen is that we're going to have a expansion on the multiplayer from the first one. I hope they can nail the game modes, because the first one's game modes were god-awful. This one could be a more refined experience for the multiplayer game, as well as that single player, kind of the same style they did with Battlefield 1. You had the campaign told from multiple perspectives. This one, just based on the trailer, it looks like it's just going to be one perspective, but that style of chapter, 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 I would love to see multiple perspectives in a huge global war, but I'm confused on where this is going to fit in the Star Wars story narrative-wise. With Battlefield 1, they were fictional stories kind of set along that time, but I believe that if they put a campaign in this, it's going to be canon, and I don't know how they're going to work it, but I'm actually kind of excited, because I love anything Star Wars, and seeing narrative-driven content in a video game, I think it's something that we need for the Star Wars universe. Now, the pre-order, obviously, they're trying to drive hype up. I understand it. All I'm going to say is just wait until we see what their plans are for the multiplayer as well as the campaign. The first one was such a disappointment. It was not worth the $60. The only thing that game had going for it was the overall visual and audio experience. The gameplay was so shallow, but looking around and hearing the lasers firing and the AT-ATs coming down and just everything around, like, it looked like you were in a movie. And it felt like you were in a movie, but the gameplay itself just was not that good. So I'm going to urge you guys, let your hype shine a little bit, but let's just wait and see what EA and DICE bring to the table. They have a lot of mistakes to correct from the first game. I hope they can, and I hope they do, because we are in desperate need of a good Star Wars game again. The last good Star Wars game, in my opinion, was The Old Republic, and that kind of fell off right off the bat. A lot of people would say Force Unleashed. I never really did get into them. The performance on consoles was just so, it's so choppy to play back in the day. We need a good Star Wars game. Battlefront was such a misstep. They could correct it, but I'm just going to say, just wait. Just wait on that pre-order and let's see what they're going to bring. We're probably going to hear more about it during E3. They have the EA Play event at E3, so chances are this is just some pre-hype building up to that to get pre-orders. Shout out to the Fry Nation. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you are supporting me on Patreon, Twitch subscriptions, I want to thank you guys if you're taking time out of your day to watch the video. Thank you. Please consider checking out the merch store down below if you want to get a t-shirt. We got some great designs over there. My name is Big Fry. Again, shout out to the Fry Nation. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in Battlefront, I want you to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like the video, guys. Share this. It helps us reach more people outside of the nation. And I'll see you on the next one.